Hello, I'm Dave Karger. Thanks for spending Valentine's Day with me here on TCM. We're on day 2 of this year's 31 Days of Oscar Festival, and today we're getting into the mood of the holiday with a lineup of Oscar-winning and nominated films set in one of the most romantic cities in the world, Paris, France. Up next is a romantic fantasy written and directed by Woody Allen. From 2011, it's Midnight in Paris. Owen Wilson stars as Gil, a writer searching for inspiration during a trip to the City of Light with his fiancée, played by Rachel McAdams. He's frustrated in his career and his relationship, and he begins wandering the streets of the city alone at night and finds himself magically transported to the 1920s, rubbing elbows with the leading cultural figures of the era, including F. Scott Fitzgerald, Ernest Hemingway, Gertrude Stein, and Pablo Picasso. When Woody Allen began planning Midnight in Paris, he had only the title in mind. He knew he wanted to make a movie set there. It's a city he's always romanticized, but he didn't know what the story would be. Finally, he got the idea that unlocked the picture. A car would drive up, and the leading man would be whisked away to another era in the city's rich history. As you'll see, the story moves back and forth between the past and present, but during production, only a few people knew how the different pieces fit together. The magical twist was kept a closely guarded secret until the movie had its world premiere at the Cannes Film Festival. Midnight in Paris went on to become Woody Allen's biggest commercial hit since Annie Hall 34 years earlier, and it earned 4 Oscar nominations, including one for Best Picture. Allen was also nominated for Best Director, and he won the Oscar for his original screenplay. From 2011, with a cast that also includes Marion Cotillard, Tom Hiddleston, Alison Pill, Corey Stoll, Adrian Brody, Kathy Bates, and Michael Sheen, here is Midnight in Paris. Midnight in Paris was Woody Allen's 41st film in 42 years, since he made his feature directorial debut with Take the Money and Run from 1969. Going into production on Midnight in Paris, there were some doubts as to whether a movie about cultural figures of the 1920s would connect with a 21st century audience. For instance, the average moviegoer probably wouldn't understand the conversation between Gil and filmmaker Luis Buñuel, where Gil suggests the plot for Buñuel's 1962 masterpiece, The Exterminating Angel. But Woody Allen wasn't concerned about whether the film would have mass appeal, and in the end, it turned out that the public was more than willing to go along for the ride. Midnight in Paris became one of Allen's biggest box office hits, and it earned 4 Oscar nominations, including 2 for Woody Allen. These were his 22nd and 23rd nominations out of 24 so far. He's been nominated 16 times in the Best Original Screenplay category, 7 times as Best Director, and once as Best Actor for his performance in the 1977 Best Picture winner, Annie Hall. He's won 4 Oscars, 2 for writing and directing Annie Hall, and 1 each for writing Hannah and Her Sisters and Midnight in Paris. Up next, Leslie Caron stars as a young Parisian girl in an MGM musical that won the Oscar for Best Picture of 1958.
Next on TCM, Gigi, then Charade, and later, An American in Paris. There's an Oscar winner on TCM today.